Hi everybody, I am Max Gray. Welcome to Metal Planet. Today I'm going to be talking about the beers named Tout le Monde and Saison 13, which were released by the band Megadeth in collaboration with the Canadian craft brewery Unibroue. The beer Tout le Monde was created when Dave Mustaine, the lead vocalist and guitarist of the band Megadeth, became friends with Jerry Vietz, the brewmaster at the Unibroue brewery. This is one of the most highly awarded breweries in North America, and the two men met when the band was doing shows in the province of Quebec in Canada. For Dave Mustaine and Jerry Vietz, the creation of this beer was meant as a symbol of their friendship. And when creating the recipe, Jerry Vietz took into account Mustaine's personal beer tastes. Tout le Monde was released in 2016. This beer has a cool artwork which depicts a science fiction version of Megadeth's mascot named Vic Rattlehead. Tout le Monde is named after the song of the same name by the American thrash metal band, which was released as a single for their 1994 album named Euthanasia. Tout le Monde is one of Megadeth's most popular songs in the province of Quebec because it contains French lyrics in addition to English lyrics. The name Tout le Monde can also be seen as a nod to one of Unibroue's most popular beers, which is called La Fin du Monde. Tout le Monde is a Belgian-style Saison with a yellow, slightly golden color. It has an alcohol percentage of 4.5%, which is to date the lowest alcohol content of any Unibroue beers. Tout le Monde has a high BU of 22, and it is best served at a temperature between 4 and 6 degrees Celsius. This beer comes in 750 milliliter bottles, 341 milliliter bottles, as well as on tap at bars that serve this product. Tout le Monde has a hoppy smell with notes of tropical fruits and citrus. It has a slightly spicy and astringent flavor, in which you can also detect notes of tropical fruits like mangoes and lychees. The suggested food pairings for this beer on the Unibroue website are pad thai, chicken shish taouk, and mesclun salad with lemon vinaigrette. Personally, I find that this beer works really well with chicken recipes in general. Apparently, Megadeth's leader and the beer company found that Tout le Monde was such a success that they decided to collaborate once again for the creation of another beer called Saison 13. This last one was released in 2019, a few years after Tout le Monde was first introduced. Saison 13 also has a cool artwork. Then again, it features Vic Rattlehead, the band's mascot. He is in a similar pose, also wearing a tie. The name Saison 13 is probably a nod to the 2011 Megadeth album named 13, and according to Unibroue, this beer is brewed with 13 carefully selected ingredients. Saison 13 is described as being a saison that flirts with the pale ale style. It has a really beautiful amber color with red-orange hues. Saison 13 has a alcohol level of 6.1%, which is higher than the alcohol level of the beer Tout le Monde. Saison 13 has a high BU of 19, which is close to the one of the previous beer. Saison 13 is best served at a temperature level between 4 and 8 degrees Celsius. In contrary to Tout le Monde, Saison 13 is mostly available in cans. At least this is the case where I'm located. It is tall cans of 473 milliliters. You can also find this beer on tap at bars that serve this beer. The second beer Megadeth and Unibroue made together has a smell of fresh hops with sweet hints of fruits like apricots and nectarines. Its flavor is a combination of malt, fruits, and spices punctuated by those fresh hops. The suggested food pairings for this beer are General Tso chicken, fried calamari, and firm goat cheese. Like the previous beer, I found that this one works well with chicken. I had this beer with a burger recently. I found that it works really well also with that type of meal. When comparing the two beers, the two differences that I notice the most are the alcohol percentage and the color. Like I said earlier, Saison 13 has more alcohol per volume than À Tout le Monde, and with its amber color, it has a darker color than this one, which has more of a yellow color. If I have to give a quality to each of those beers, I would say that I find that À Tout le Monde is a bit more refreshing, while I find that Saison 13 has more of a distinct flavor. Keep in mind that beer tastes are highly subjective. One thing that is similar between the two is that they share a similar bitterness level. For the availability of those two beers, it is possible to find them in Canada, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it is also possible to find them in the northeastern part of the United States at places that sell Unibroue products. For other parts of the world, I think it can be really more difficult to either find À Tout le Monde or Saison 13 in beer stores. If you have been able to buy one of those beers in another part of the world, please let me know in the comment section. I'm really curious to know more about the availability of those two beers. I saw an article last spring that detailed the fact that Dave Mustaine is currently looking for another beer company to manufacture those beers. As Unibroue is a relatively small beer company, he is looking for a bigger company in the States to have a better distribution for those beers and make them more available to the public. On one hand, I think it would be great if more people had access to those products, but on the other hand, I think the fact that À Tout le Monde and Saison 13 were brewed by a craft brewery and not a bigger beer company was something that made them special. What's my verdict? Well, I think that those are two good beers. I do recommend them. I actually have a hard time deciding which one of them I prefer, as I enjoy them equally. They are nice to drink, especially during a hot summer day. I particularly enjoy them while eating. They are nice to drink while doing a barbecue, eating with friends, and obviously while listening to Megadeth's music. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to publish another video soon. Thanks a lot. Cheers!